Someone sent me a sermon of Charles Stanley on Ephesians 1:4. In love, he predestined us that we should be adopted as his sons. He said, what this means is God looked down through the corridors of time, and he saw, oh, this one's going to choose me, so he predestined. And it was terrible. I think it was 4 years later, he preached that same passage. And he said, there's things here we don't understand, but I'll tell you what it doesn't mean. It doesn't mean God looked down the corridors of time. I mean, it was a 180-degree opposite. And he says, it's a mystery, but God, before the foundation of the world, chose people. And so I took a cassette tape and I put his first sermon on one side and I put the second sermon on the other side and duplicated hundreds of those and just gave them out. I say, man, look at what Charles Stanley preached. And then a couple of years later, what he preached, same text. And that was a useful kind of tool for people who respected Charles Stanley. And here's a man who's just staying in the text. He's staying in the text. And when you're in the text, you can't avoid this.